Hi there, and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is episode 89, and it is October 11th. I do my episodes a little bit differently. If you're new here, welcome. I have all of my whips on a shelving thing in my dining room, and I call it my whip wall. And I have a dice app on my iPad. We roll the dice each week to see what project I'm going to work on that week. And it's time. So let me share with you what I rolled last week. And that was the Meshy Twist by Stephen West that I have in this project bag. So with this project, I have a few things to share with you. The first is this right here. This black stitch marker is where I was when I rolled the dice last week. If you're not familiar with this project, I'll put a couple of pictures in, but this stitch marker right here is where I was when I pulled this off the shelf last week, off the whip wall. And I started working on it, and I didn't have, and of course I stopped in the middle of a row because, you know, that's always a good idea. Ooh, do I just go through and finish this row? Yes, that's what I should do. I will do that when I'm done recording. But if you notice here, I have a second stitch marker right here. And the second stitch marker is where this part of the pattern ends. And it tells me to start the border for this shawl. And it has a pretty decent sized border, but at the beginning of the pattern, it tells you how to go through blending in your colors and shifting your colors through. And so I wound off the appropriate amount that I needed to keep aside to work into my border color. Okay, so this is how much I should save before I start blending it in with my border color. And this is how much I have left before I get to this. Like, there's quite a bit here. I have my scale here. I could probably weigh it. Let's just see here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I have 20 grams left. I have a mini that I need to work into this. So this second stitch marker that you see here is where the pattern ended. And I'm going to continue on with the pattern so that I can use up all this wool. I mean, I'm looking, and I know that this is going, when I block this, it's got so much space with these eyelets that it's gonna block out a lot. It's gonna grow a tremendous amount, but I like a big wrap. And so I'm just fine putting in the extra material since I have it. So I didn't get this one finished. I am gonna put it back on the whip wall, and we'll see how long before I get to pull it off and finish it again. Hopefully I'll have it done before Nancy's next birthday. Nancy over at Kitty Scrapper is one of the lovely people I get to Zoom with, and it was her birthday in July, and she had asked a few of us on Zoom for her birthday. This is what she wanted. She wanted us to all cast on a Stephen West project using neon and black. And I had just cast on all my neon, and so I pulled out what I had in stash, and she helped choose those colors. So that's where this project came from. Hopefully I'll have it out and finished before her next birthday, which is July. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go put this back on the whip wall. I'll have to go back and look and see where it came from. I remember it was the bottom shelf, but I don't remember which cubby. And we're gonna roll the dice and see what we're gonna work on this next week. Okay, make sure we don't have any, oh, I guess we do. I need to close out that app, open up the dice app, and we will roll it. 2, 1. Let's go see what's in 2, 1. Okay, so right there you can see I put my meshy twist back, and we're gonna go to cubby 2, 1, 2, and there's only one project in there. Let's go take a look at what it is. Okay, cubby 2, project 1. This was a really cute shop. But the problem is I can't remember if it was Portland or Seattle now. I just can't remember. But it was partially, and it was a good size shop. It was a yarn shop and a bookstore. So it had both, and the customer service was great. Everybody was wonderful. Anyway, I enjoyed this shop. In this project, I have my reverse loops sweater by Other Loops. And I don't know if you can see it, but about halfway down, I think it changed directions. And so instead of knitting, you were purling. So this was a pretty fun one. I think I've gotten pretty far on this. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It's going to be like a sweatshirt. I'm going to hold it up and not talk. So yeah, if you look, it's got purl stitches on top, and then down the body a ways, it's got knit stitches. And when I got to this point, it basically tells you to turn it inside out, so you're still just knitting and knitting and knitting. So I don't know how much more I have to go on the length of this body, but it can't be much. And then I've got both sleeves. So I'll take a look at that. This wool that I'm using is so soft. Let's see, what is this? I'm pulling out these labels, but I don't think they actually tell me what they are. I've got to pull the right label out. Here we go. I've got all these that come wrapped around the Noro. Okay, here we go. So this is the Compietto base. It is 35% silk, 35% cotton, and 30% palmide. It's a 150 gram ball that has 450 meters. I don't know what that is in yards, but then the colorway, let's see if I can figure that out. It just says color 5. See that? Right here, it just says color 5. So I don't know what color 5 is, but anyway, it looks like this one hasn't been attached yet, so I will more than likely use this for sleeves, and this is what I have left to go on the body. So I still have quite a bit of wool left, which means I can have a nice long sweater. Looks like this is being done on a US 6, so I might see what I have as far as 6s go. So maybe I could get the sweaters, or not the sweaters, so I could get the sleeves done. And once the sleeves are finished, then I know I could put the rest of this material into the length of the body. So I might see what I have left for that. While I'm thinking of it, I will put a stitch marker in just so I can keep track of where, oh, I already have one on here. Isn't that handy? I'll put this right up here so that when I show you guys progress next week, we'll be able to see where I started the week at. So that is what I shall be working on this week. However, I also am doing Vlogtober, and I'm doing weekly installments of that. But some people don't like vlogs, you know, and with my Vlogtober, I am keeping that very dedicated to one specific project, which is a Fair Isle knitting. It's a Christmas hat. Here's the pattern. I can show you a picture of it. So that is the hat that I'm doing. I am current, so I'm on day 11, which is right about somewhere in here, I think. So that is what I am currently working on, in addition to my weekly project, as well as I am working, oh, you guys, this project is so much fun. I am also doing a swan show, and it's basically, what a swan show is basically a poncho with sleeves. And when I say with sleeves, the sleeves start right about here. So when you're standing, the poncho, it's like a nice airy poncho, and then right about here you have these sleeves. So I'm doing this as a sample project for a friend of mine who is a dyer, and she wanted this project, but she wasn't super stoked about making it herself, but she wanted it done in her wool that she had dyed so that she can wear it to a fall festival that she is getting ready to go to at the end of this month. So I said, that looks like loads of fun to knit, and I volunteered to do that for her. So I'm really excited about it. She came into the yarn shop this week and got to try it on, and she does not like to have things touch her neck. And so I did cast on extra stitches for the neckline, but look at this progress, you guys. Oh, I'm gonna have to move the camera down just so you guys can see how beautiful this is. Hold on, let me. Ooh. There we go. Look at how beautiful that is coming out. I am so excited that she's let me do this for her. It is turning out so, so good. Oh, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I am having so much fun making it. So I am also working on that project each week. The last time you guys saw this, I do have a progress keeper on here. And the last time you guys saw it, I was right here at this stitch marker. And so I've done about 2 inches since then. I will move this stitch marker right now. And I think that's it for this week, you guys. I think that's it. I am in the middle of reorganizing and shuffling things around in my house, and so my house is a bit chaotic right now. Alex is here. She's been home all week with me. I say all week. She did go to school on Wednesday, but she was home with pink eye Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday were in-service days at school. So none of the kids were at school on Thursday or Friday. So I've been enjoying her company. So that's kind of been where a lot of my time has gone this week as well. So I think that's all I've got for you guys this week. I'm going to edit this and get it up so that we can, yeah, I'm getting a message right now. Erica is sending me a Marco Polo, which I will go watch in a minute. So you guys, I hope everybody's doing good, and I will see you next week.